Oh my God. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, Africa. Good morning, world. My name is Barrister Pink Egbe of Barrister Pink Republic, aka the Princess of Umupu Oka Anambra State. A lot to discuss. First, we want to start with the Ghana's anti-graft agency FBI seized Shatta Wale's Lamborghini. So there was a video I saw last month, right? So that person was trying to alert us that there is a lot of stolen cars in Ghana. But let's see if this is what he's talking about. So, like I established the topic, they said Ghana's anti-graft agency, FBI, not just a Ghana anti-graft, but plus FBI, seized Shatta Wale's Lamborghini. You know Shatta Wale now, the one that sang Time Already with Beyonce, is from Ghana. So US authorities have linked the vehicle to criminal proceeds of one Nana Kwabena Amwa, currently serving an 86-month sentence for financial crimes in the United States, over 4.7 million US fraud. So when you call fraud, I always tell people, it's not Nigeria. Every other person commits fraud. This is Ghana's news. But according to one Ghana online platform, it says that Shatta Wale said we should not announce his Lamborghini has been seized. That is coming from the Ghana Economics and Crime Finance Commission. So they call it EOCO. OICO, if you want to give it a short name, right? So it's called EOCO. Says Shatta Wale tried to keep it quiet after they seized his Lamborghini Urus. In a press release dated 5th of August, the Anti-Graft Agency of Ghana confirmed it executed a search at Shatta Wale's Trasaco home with support from the US authorities. The luxury car is believed to be linked to a convicted fraudster in the US, and the FBI wants it what? Returned. But EOCO says Shatta Wale pleaded with officers not to let the public know. But when I won't carry Nigeria, now mouth be sharp as anything. He stated that the vehicle was a big part of his brand, and that if supporters saw the EOCO driving it away, it would destroy his brand. The statement revealed. Despite the request, the car was confiscated and is now in EOCO's possession. You see all of you hailing all these people that commits fraud and they will dash you one car. It doesn't mean they will not trace it back to you. So be very, very careful how you hype all these people that do all these fraudulent acts and how they make their money. Because by the time they start locating you that ate their money, you cannot escape. You will return back the money and the cars and every other jewelries they give it to you. It is sweet when they chop, but when they say return, they ready to return. So let me quickly move over to the next hot topic. So United States government has warned that Nigerian students face the risk of losing their visas if they skip classes or abandon their education. So let's establish this story, right? The United States government, as I earlier said, the US mission in Nigeria and that leaving academic institution or skipping classes violate the terms of visa procurement, and student visas can be revoked and students removed from the country for this infraction. Always adhere to the terms of your visa and maintain your student status to avoid any issue. The mission 1. You know, most people, they just want to get the student visa. By the time they get there, maybe they will disappear, or they will just start living the kind of life they want to live. They are telling you now, don't be missing what? Classes. Be absent, or abandon their education midway and start doing something else. That is not that's not the thing that brought you to their country. Do you understand what I'm saying? They want you to do what you said you came here to do, which is what? Education. So now they've told you. Don't say they did not tell you, or you start carrying placards in their country and start saying they want to deport us because we are students. They are saying don't be missing classes. I don't even know why a student will miss class, like seriously. So just be smart about it. Just be smart about it. So let me quickly move over to my final story before we move into to entertainment to movie section. So a Texas father has been sentenced after his 7-year-old adopted son was found deceased. That is the boy, the small fine boy smiling. A Texas father, pay attention. Some people, if it's their own children, either they will treat them like this. A Texas father has been sentenced after his 7-year-old adopted son was found deceased. You can use the word dead inside of a washing machine. He was being punished for eating too many snacks. Is that how to punish a child? If you tell a child to face the wall, hands up and close your eyes, is that not enough? Must you go to that extreme? Now look at the word, adopted words, son. Because I don't think if it's real son he is going to do that, though there are some extreme cases. But adopted son. This disturbing case shocked the Texas community when it first came to light back in 2022. At that time, 45-year-old Jermaine Thomas contacted authorities to report his 7-year-old adoptive son, Troy Kohler, missing. According to Thomas, he had arrived home from work at midnight and found his front door unlocked. He went on to claim that after entering his home, he discovered Troy was missing. Deputies interviewed both parents and during the process began to doubt the narrative the parents put forward. A subsequent search of the home led to a heartbreaking discovery that will crack the case wide open and leave law enforcement officers and the community at large rock their core. Deputies discovered Troy's lifeless body crammed inside of a washing machine in the home. As investigators began to dig into the case, they discovered an abundance of evidence showing Troy's adoptive parents' abusive and controlling behavior towards little Troy. Food consumption was a major issue with the parents, with Troy being threatened to be put in the oven for eating his mother's oatmeal cream pies. There was also an incident where Troy was severely punished for eating Jeremy's donut sticks. This poor boy was repeatedly punished and abused simply for eating when he was hungry. Eventually, this punishment will go too far and Troy will pay for the missing snack food, which is life. Troy's autopsy showed he had not only suffered recent injuries that ultimately claimed his life, but also had multiple older injuries from a long period of sustained abuse at the hands of his adoptive parents. On Wednesday, 30th July 2025, Jeremy Thomas was sentenced to 50 years. So, you know, it happened in 2022. So in this 2025, he was the adopted father was sentenced to 50 years in prison for the death of Troy Kohler. Troy's adoptive mother, Tiffany Thomas, was also tried and found guilty in the death of Troy. Her sentencing is set for September 10th in Harris County, Texas, 2025. So this is so sad. Some people are not born to be parents. That's what I will say. You went to adopt a child, and this is how you ended up treating the child. So if you don't have love for other people's children, please stay single and enjoy your single life. Don't be bringing your trouble. Do you know what is food? Children need food more than us adults, because with time now they'll start telling us it's not good for our health, it's not good for our health. But children, as they are growing, they are the ones that need food. The highest thing you can do is to relocate or lock up your freezer. But to starve this boy, it shows the kind of person you are, and you deserve 100 years. 100 years. People are wicked. To fear poor. So let me quickly move over to the movie sector. So I would like to introduce to you all, if you like anything about the airport, the captain, that's air captain, flight attendants, everything surrounding aviation, you might like this soap opera. It's a Nigerian soap opera. They call it Wings. I will not lie to you, I can't stop watching the Wings. The story keep going forward, and it's exciting to see. What's the name of this lady that acted Glamour Girls back then? I've not been seeing her in movies, but I was excited to see her in this movie. Yes, when you watch it, you know the lady I'm talking about. She was one of the major characters in Glamour Girls, the old Glamour Girls, not the new Glamour Girls. I was excited to see her, you know. So lovely to see her. So the title of that soap opera is called Wings, and it's centered on the family that owns a Susun airline, you know, and there's a lot of things going on there. Paddling of cocaine, killing people indiscriminately, a lot of things that went on in that soap opera. I will bet you can't stop watching. Then the second one is PTA, you know, Parents Teachers Association, right? So this Parents Teacher Association, the name of the series is PTA. So sorry, you can find Wings on Showmax actually. Likewise, this PTA, you can find PTA on Showmax. So this PTA, in the PTA meeting, a teacher went berserk and held everybody ransom and with a gun, and guess what? He held them because a friend died, and it's, I think it's connected to one of the parents there. And in between the parents, because they were held on gunpoint, and you know, when you are together, secrets start spilling out. A parents that come for PTA meetings started dating another parent. Lies. Everybody started confronting themselves. You will like it. You will like it. It might not be 100% you like it, but if you put your mind to it, you will really enjoy watching it. And if you believe that it's too much for you, what I do when I was watching PTA, I take breaks, right? I might decide to watch 3 or 4 episodes or 2 episodes a day. I take breaks so that it will not be too much for me. But you see these Wings, you know, you can sit down throughout and watch Wings. That is the truth. The story keeps drawing you in. So PTA and Wings, you can find PTA and Wings on Showmax. Very, very lovely. And the final series is called Sandman 2. That is on Netflix. Part 1 of that Sandman, very lovely. I really enjoy watching it. I don't know of you, but for me, the part 2 is very boring. They keep talking, and their mouth, they don't open their mouth. I know they are Europeans, right? But they don't open their mouth to speak well so that you understand what they are saying, right? So it makes it boring. they talk too much. Unlike part one, there is action. They went to hell, they came back. This one, but this one, you know, the first parts they uploaded initially, well, it was sounding okay, whereby they talked about Sandman's son. You understand how he turned out to, his body was somewhere else and his head is somewhere else, right? But this other part, they talk too much in this part too. We want action, not just talk, 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 talk. It's like they want us to understand something, and because it's getting there, I end up sleeping. In this Sandman. You know, when you talk about all this superhero movie, it's supposed to be pam, 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 pam. But this one is the talk. They are trying to tell us a story. It's boring. I must say, it's very, very boring. I found Sandman 2 very, very, very boring. So I'm sorry to the producers. You must have spent a lot of money. But for me, it's very, very boring, especially this Sandman season 2. I found it very, very boring. So that is all we have for you today. Don't forget to shop with us at Antonia Supermarket, 87B Olani Street, near Okoba, Lagos. Bye for now.